Hey guys, thanks for joining me today on Jelly Bean Hikes. So it's a beautiful sunny day outside. We don't get many of these in February. So first off, I thought about doing a hike, but you know what? I'm going to be hiking for 5 months. I don't want to hike right now. I want to relax. But I do want to share some stuff with you guys. Some subscribers have asked some questions, and I've seen some things on social media. So that's what I want to talk about today. One thing, one young lady, Michelle, asked is the differences between my ULA and my HYPERLITE packs. So I'll get to that in a little while. Another thing I've seen on social media is camp shoes. Let me tell you, I love my camp shoes. These things aren't the lightest. You can get lighter. I think they're like 11.5 ounces for the pair. When I get to camp, first thing I want to do is get my shoes off as soon as I set my gear up. And these are a lifesaver. You can also use them to cross streams, you know, whatever you want to do. Let your feet air out while you're resting, taking a break. But yep, camp shoes I believe are a must. I got these I think on Amazon. They're free waters. I think they were like 30 bucks or something like that. I might be wrong. Like I said, I bought them a year and a half ago. They're gonna make another trip with me. So yep, I'm definitely taking them. All right, so a couple things I have done is I didn't wear anything like this on the PCT, but because of the AT's moisture, and it's going to be a little colder starting in March, I decided to get one of these REI hoodie things. It's got the waffle type, you know, fabric on the inside, better for wicking, and it feels like it's really going to add some good warmth to me. So I went ahead. It's got the hood, full zipper, a couple pockets, weighs like 10 ounces or something like that. Not the lightest, but it was on sale for like 55 bucks, so you can't complain. All right, so let's get into the pack, guys. So Michelle asked how comfortable these packs are, and basically, you know, what kind of the padding on the shoulder straps. Well, first, Michelle, let me tell you, if you're worried about comfort, neither one of these packs is the most comfortable. The ULA has a little wider strap, probably a little more cushion, and you can get two different types, the J or the S, I believe. I get the S straps. They go around a little bit better. To me, I have a little bigger shoulders. Seem to work better for me. One thing, you can change out the hip belt on the ULA. So if you start losing weight like you're going to, you know, a little bit around the midsection, you can definitely switch this out pretty easy and not that expensive. Excuse me. But both packs are you know, in the ultralight area. There ain't much to them. My HYPERLITE 44 Southwest, I believe, is the correct terminology. I know it's 4400. I think it comes in at like 2.43 pounds, something like that. I can't remember what my ULA weighs. This is the Catalyst. It's a little bit heavier than the Southwest, I believe. Big problem with the ULA is moisture. This thing sucks moisture like no tomorrow. This fabric, it just absorbs it. Even with the pack cover on, it wicks through the pack cover, gets behind it, and then it's just soaking right into the pack. So you really gain a lot of weight when it rains. The back side here, it's got a little cushion, and there's a little mesh action going on here. But again, it's going to suck up moisture. So this pack gets a lot heavier in the rain. It's my second ULA. One of them was stolen, as you guys may have seen if you watched my videos from the PCT. When my car was in storage. This is the Catalyst, like I said, a little bigger than the Circuit. That was the other one I had. I added some paracord type stuff just to add things on the back. It has the mesh pocket. But these are what they are. I mean, they're basically just a big bag. If you're worried about your shoulders, your back, sweating, ventilation, add the couple little bits you're going to gain by getting an Osprey or something like that. The little bit of weight you're going to save, if you're not comfortable, isn't going to make the difference for you. But I would say this is a great pack. but when it rains, it kind of stinks. Now the HYPERLITE is made out of Dyneema, so it's supposed to be waterproof. That's what they say. It rides real comfortable. Again, it's Dyneema here, so it's again not going to absorb, you know, water when it's raining or sweat. But again, the hip belt can't change it out, so you know, I do like the strap a little better on the ULA. It's one wide one, where on the HYPERLITE, I'm sorry, the ULA has a dual strap come into one. It cinches weird. It's always getting kind of funky. But again, I still like the ULA pack, don't get me wrong. But this is definitely the one I want for my Appalachian Trail through hike this year. So, yeah, so that's basically the deal. Like I said, the straps are a little narrower. And when I first put it on, it does cut into you a little more. You know, for me, the waterproof was what I was looking for, and that's why I got this one. So again, if you're really worried about the comfort on the shoulders, things like that, especially the back issues, the little bit of weight, like I said, you're going to save is not going to make up for being uncomfortable, if that's something that you're worried about. So, yeah, that's basically the differences. Now, this is a huge pack. This is, I think, 80 liters, something like that, total. It's huge. You definitely don't need the 80-liter pack. I did get the larger size because if I hike another trail where I have to have a bare canister, I want the extra room. And the weight difference really wasn't that much, so why buy a smaller one than have to upgrade when these are like 400 bucks? So that is one thing. This pack is a little more expensive than the ULA also. I can't remember what I spent on the Catalyst, but this one, if I remember, it was like right at 400, and I want to say that was maybe 285. I can't remember. You guys have to look it up. So, all right, that is basically the differences between the ULA and the HYPERLITE. Like I said, they're just big bags. There's not a lot of bells and whistles on them. If you want more comfort, add a little bit of weight. Again, if you go to Osprey, you're going to have the same kind of issues with the ULA because they're not waterproof. But all right, so next thing I want to show you guys is tent setup. Well, first I tell you what, let me talk about this. I didn't use a ground sheet on the PCT. I have a ZPACKS Duplex tent, and it doesn't need a ground sheet. 6 months on trail, and I didn't have an issue with the bottom of the tent. However, for the AT, I decided I want to go with a ground sheet because of going into shelters. Now, of course, they are closed. If they open and I sleep in one, I want to have some kind of ground sheet underneath of my sleeping pad in a shelter. So I bought one of these blue tarps, cut it to where I needed the size, and it still weighs like 8.5 ounces. So that's getting chucked. I ordered a piece of Tyvek. It's coming, I think, tomorrow. It only weighs, I think, 4 ounces, so I'll cut my weight in half for that. Alright guys, so people are talking about tent setup. They're having a lot of issues. They can't get their tent set up real quick. I thought about switching over to the Big Agnes ULA, or I'm sorry, Tiger Wall 2 ULA. I've got that from the pack stuck in my head. I stopped in a REI that had the tent and the ground footprint. They don't match up. You can't do a fast fly with the current ground sheet. The clips are the wrong ones. They don't hook to the fly. So that didn't make sense to go $400-ish, add, I think I was adding like 2 pounds or something, and I wouldn't, you know, get the quick fly setup. I mean, it didn't make sense. So I'm sticking with my duplex. Now, again, there are condensation issues with the duplex, single wall tent. But you know what? I think I can overcome them. So I just want to show you how quick and easy the duplex is to set up. There is a freestanding bar set up for it. I don't know anybody that has one. And again, then you're adding weight. So the whole point, right? All right, guys. So this is all it takes to set up your duplex. And I'm just going to run through it real quick. You just stake out the four corners, stick up your trekking poles, stake out the fly. Or not the fly, vestibule, sorry. Got that big Agnes stuck in my head. So, all right, guys. I'm going to show you how real quick and easy it is set up. So if it's raining, first thing is, you shouldn't really get any moisture in it because there's no fly to put on afterwards. So all you do, throw it out, get your four corner stakes, stake the four corners out real quick. I recommend going with a little larger stake on the trekking pole area, just so they don't pop out as much. Don't know what my size here is, but just pull up. Guys, and that's it. Now obviously you can hook the end cords. You want to hook your vestibules here on the outside to make it nice and a little more waterproof. Or if it's raining, I put the stake in backwards. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that's all it takes. I mean, literally it takes seconds to put up. Obviously I need to adjust the tensions a little bit and straps, but literally that's how long it takes you to get that tent set up in the rain. Like I said, I'm not on flat ground here, and like talking to you guys, I didn't do it as good as it probably could have been, but literally that's how fast. I mean, that's all it takes. So yeah, duplex I think is really worth the money. Super lightweight, and yeah, the condensation issue is a possibility. So all right, guys, that's pretty much my video for today. Like I said, I just want to talk about a couple of things, you know, like the ground sheet, really more about the shelter than anything else. Added my hoodie, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, guys, that's duplex. Like I said, I need to tension the corners out, set it up, but I mean, you guys got the gist, right? It doesn't take anything to set it up in the rain. So that's all it takes, guys. All right, so I think I have a couple 3 weeks till I start the trail. A couple other videos I might come up with. If you guys have any questions or anything you guys want to know, hey, throw it in the comment section. You know, let me know what you guys want to hear, what you guys are interested in finding out. Like I said, camp shoes, I think they're a definite must. You got to have them just to get your feet to air out, and you don't want to be walking around on sticks and dirt, you know, all the time. So, you know, protects the bottom of your feet, can help you on river crossings, and lets those feet air out. Because remember, you know, your feet, it's the most important thing you got out there. You can have $1,000 tent, you know, $500 sleeping bag, whatever. If your feet get screwed up, you're going home. So, all right, guys. So, like I said, yeah, it doesn't look perfect because I didn't take as much time, but I could have gotten it up, got my gear inside, and gotten out of the rain really quick. As you saw, it didn't take anything to set up. Sorry guys. Hope you guys had a great day. Thank you for watching. If you like the videos, content, you know, hey, hit that like button, subscribe, give me some comments. Let me know what you guys want to find out. And hey, it's a beautiful day to be outside. February, and it's like 53 degrees. All right, guys. Thank you for watching today's video, and we'll see you next time on Jelly Bean Hikes.